Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Teresa's Crafty Cabana. Today I'm going to be working with sticks as my texture. I'm going to see, I can break these. They're dried out sticks, so I can break these and just kind of get, I'm thinking this will press into the gel plate. Some may not press evenly, so I'll just break these apart until I get where I can press them in. So I am going to pull out some paper, and I've already got some ink or paint that I mixed up over here. I'm actually going to be using the colors from PM Artist Studio. They have their Facebook color combo. It's a sage green, a sky blue, and a cream color, and I will use that and see where this goes. Alright, so I'm going to use my little gel plate as kind of like my mixing palette. I didn't have a sage green, had like a pistachio green, so I mixed that with some light blue and a little bit of a darker blue color. And let's just see what kind of texture I can get with these sticks. Be like that. And I have a piece of tissue paper, and I'm going to pull away some of that paint and hopefully press in. So the sticks are poking through. So let me just start removing those. I like how this one looks. I might use that one. There we go. This one actually has the lines in it, so it looks more like a piece of wood. Okay, so I'll let that dry, and then I'll go in with my next layer. The metallic that I'm going to use is a silver. I'm going to go in with my small brayer. Don't know if I'm going to go everywhere, but if it's enough paint, I will. So that did fill in the background. And then I've got this paper towel texture. It has a really cool design on it. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that to pull up some of the silver paint. Okay. And then I will let this one dry. To see if it's dry, I'm pressing in with a stamp. So it definitely isn't dry yet. This is just a foam die cut that I put onto the back of a piece of cardboard. Okay, so it still needs some dry time. Alright, so then I'll go in with my blue that's supposed to be like a sky blue. Still have to add cream to this, so this won't be my final layer. So I will need to take texture out of this layer. This is just a shelf liner. I'm going to use this. And I feel like I need to remove a little bit more texture. Got this little, it's a clay texture tool. I just want to reveal some more of the plate so the cream will show through. Alright, I think that's good, and I'll let that dry. And to pull my print, I will use this buttercream for my cream color. Alright, and we let that dry. Should be dry. Alright, so this is the really neat print. The sticks are really just straight lines, but that is with matte paint, and then I've got the silver. And you can see the little bit of dots from the paper towel, and then the blue in the back, and then the cream to pull it. So it does pick up on all three colors. I think for my next one, I want to do all of the colors on the page, on the gel plate. Now, I did have to kind of mix up this greenish color. So I'm going to mix these two kind of like on the plate. And then I'll put the cream down here. I'll brayer this one out first. And then I'll work on these. My texture for this, I've just got this little cake decorator. Just going to come in and make some marks. And then I'll use the smaller side. Okay, then I will let that dry. To get some of my metallic in there, I will use my iridescent gold from Golden. I'll just use my small brayer. Just kind of focusing in this middle area. Maybe a little bit on some of these. And then let that dry. So for this next layer, this is going to be my final layer. I wanted to do just a little bit of black on the outer edges and white in the middle. This is a Mars black and a titanium white. To make my ombre, start with my small brayer. Just kind of come down the side for both of my blacks. And then I'll come down the middle with my white and my larger brayer. Just kind of making a gray in the center. I've got my little plate off to the side here. It's been collecting some of my paint, so I'm just brayering off the rest of that black. And I'll put my paper down. Alright, and we'll let that dry. Okay, let's see if that print is dry. Yes, it feels dry. Okay, wow, that looks pretty neat. So you can see the gold actually takes on a different tone with the white background than the black in the background. And then of course these look really cool. These little swirlies with the gold. Very unique and different. Also, there's crackling on the paint here. You see that paint? I don't know if it was just because it was thicker and I did move the plate around a little bit, but I really like it. It happened over there and over on this side. So some really cool crackling and texture. I like how that turned out. So let's do one more. For this one, I think I'm going to start with my black. This one I'm going to grunge up a little bit. I'll go in with my small brayer. And got these kind of mandala looking things. Just gonna see. See what I get. Got that one. I've got this one. Do some over here on this corner. And maybe using this one back over here. Okay. I want a little bit of texture down here while it's still wet, so I just have my little stamper. And up here, just kind of going into some of the areas. Okay, that's pretty good. I'll let that dry. As it's drying, I just have these little berries that make really great little circles. Just taking a few extra impressions out of the paint just with these little berries. Okay, I'm ready to add some of my gold. Just gonna focus on maybe like where the flowers are. I'll use my small brayer. Okay. For this one, I'm going to see if I can just pull away any of the paint around the flower. Not really, it's already dried. Same over here. Yeah, it's already dry. That's okay. So I will just go in. I'll just make sure it's completely dry and then I'll do my colors on top. So I'm just going kind of with my different colors. I'll start with like my cream in the middle, the blue maybe out here, and the green down here. And I'll just kind of work my way around the print. Okay, pull that up. Once that's dry, let's see what that one looks like. I will pull this one. All right, so this one turned out really cool. Definitely my favorite. Those mandala flowers turned out really neat. I've got the gold behind those areas. You can see the cream with the blue and the green. Got the black. The only thing I don't have on here is white, but it's got everything else. I think it looks awesome. Definitely a cool print from this way or the other way. I decided I wanted one more layer on top of this print. It doesn't have the black to pop from here, so I am going to go through my stencils. These are where I got my mandala from. These are Faber-Castell. Faber-Castell. So I'll just pull out a few textures that I think would look good, and I'll do one more layer. And I'll start with just a little bit of black on my corners. It's a lot of black. That's okay. Alright, time to start removing some paint. I'll use this one. This one. And I need more removed from this top one, so I think I'll use these smaller circles. Just gonna keep going until, there we go, the paint pulls up. Nice. All right, and a little bit more over here. Grunge it out. Try to get rid of harsh lines. Use my little stamper. Now it is wet, it's not super wet, so I don't know how well this is going to transfer just like this, but I'm going to see if I can get any of this texture. I think I used this side to line it up. So let's just see if I can get any of that black paint to pull up that's still wet. So I don't want it full on black. I just want some of the black detail. So let that dry a little bit. Alright, so let's see. Yes, that is so much more interesting. So, I definitely like it better. It was a little too flat before, so that definitely improves that print. So now let's go over the prints that we made. Alright, so this is that first print, but I added the black. I definitely think that gives it a lot more interest. This is the second print. Again, that has the crackling, the marks, really cool spiral with the gold, and then the black and white ombre in the background. And then this one, which is my favorite, has the mandala flowers. It's got the details pulled out of the flower areas. It just has a really nice design to it. We've got the little bit of cream showing through here. We've got the green and the blue. So that shows all three colors. Plus the black is pretty prominent and the gold is pretty prominent. So let's see what else other people are making on the Facebook Makers page with this color combo. I'm curious to see. It is a fun color combo. It's pastel-y. It's still kind of bright and happy, cheery. So I hope to see some inspiration and hope this inspires you to give it a try. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for being here and happy crafting, y'all.